Hello everybody. Here we're back with Runebound: The Frozen Wastes base game. I had posted a version of this before, but unfortunately the second part of my first playthrough vanished. I must have accidentally deleted the file, so I can't really upload the second part. So you don't know and will never find out how it ended, but I can tell you that I won. However, I also didn't really play with Mr. Skeletor's solo rules for Frozen Wastes, which actually change the end game, and that's quite important in my opinion. While there is no right or wrong way to play Runebound 2nd edition, as I've told you elsewhere and mentioned in other videos, it's probably one of the most open game systems in a board game that I have ever seen in my life. So, you know, you could play it any old way. Mr. Skeletor's rules for solo play do give it an additional depth that I really enjoy as a solo player. And of course they are solo rules. So we will get started. We're just going to see where our hero or heroine in this case sets out. So it's 10, 10 and 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're starting in the middle of a mountainous region, and we are going to roll 5 movement dice. We're going to try and get to this green challenge. And in order to get there, what we need is 1 hill and forests, which we have. So we can make it here, but we will also take 1 frostbite for our pains. So let's see what that challenge is. Witch tree. Long ago, thick forests covered the wastes. Today, few trees remain, and the wicked magic of the land whoops! Yes, well, there goes that idea. I'll have to get rid of the cat. We are back, and let's see if we can take out this witch tree. Long ago, thick forests covered the wastes. Today, few trees remain, and the wicked magics of the land have infected and rotted the cores of many of them. The corruption turns the trees into monstrous creatures, but their limbs remain strong despite the rot. If we defeat this challenge, we get 2 snowshoes, which is super, plus 1 coin. Okay, now, we are strongest in ranged combat. So what we will do is we will roll, and we roll a 4, that's 8, so we miss. Now we can do, now we will engage in hand to hand, where we will defend. And with a 5, a 6, we don't, so we lose 1. And then magic combat, we actually defend successfully. So let's try this again. We roll a 15, that's enough, we do 2 damage. We have to defend again in hand to hand. And with a 12, 14 we do, and now we have to defend in magic. And with a 13 we don't, so we take 2 more damage. So it's now 1 more round, so we have to kill it now or else we're dead, and we do. So first of all we get the gem. Secondly, we get 1 gold. So we're now at 5. We start the game with 4 gold. And we get 2 snowshoes, which is cool, because this will allow us to change movement dice. So now we have 3 of those, which is really cool. Now we have to check for end of turn to see does the threat track advance, and on a roll of 9 it does not. So now we just move into here. We don't really do anything else. We don't have to roll because it's just 1 away from there. So now what we need to do is we need to look at the Cities of Adventures Vayak entry, and we roll a movement die. And these are brutal actually, they can really kill you. We have a road. Strangers, all healing costs twice the normal price. Woohoo! Plains, Feast of Crows, we get 1 gold because we go out and actually search dead bodies. And we also have hills, and they are short on supplies. Discard half the cards in the market stack, rounded down, so that means nothing goes because we only have 2. We get 1 gold of free healing. We do remove the ice. We're going to draw 1 market card. And it is a familiar. Fetch Imp. If you are within 2 spaces of a town at the end of your adventure step, you may enter a market step as if you were in that town space. That's actually quite a... Oh, by the way, do we... Yeah, we do get a legendary items clue for defeating the witch tree. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to buy this though, and everything else is too expensive. We've got this Soulburn rune, but we don't really need that. Okay, we have 2 wounds, which we would have to heal at twice the cost for 4. So that's that. And we're going to just check end of turn threat track 7, nothing happens, and we're going to just move here to get this green challenge. And it is a stunted berserker. Certain dwarven warriors are said to carry powerful elixirs to sustain them when the bloodlust robs them of their reason. If we kill it, we receive 1 coin, and we get it as a forage item, white elixir, which we can discard it to discard 1 death, white death from our hero and each of our allies. That's really powerful. So we're again going to attack in the ranged phase, and we rolled a 16 plus 4, that's enough to kill it. So we're going to take this card and we're going to take 1 gold, and we didn't have to take any cold any frostbite because there is no frost bite in this area. So now we get to draw 1 princess clue card because we defeated this challenge. Let's check for threat, and it's 13, so still no change there. That's good. So let's see. If we go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we should try this. Oh. We can't because we only have 2 life points. So we're going to go back in here. Gonna roll a movement die. Hopefully this time we're gonna get something different, and we did. It could be something terrible. We get a swamp. And we're captured. As you get closer to the city, you realize it has been captured by minions loyal to Sarsha the Vile. Place a red adventure gem on this city. No hero may use the market or heal in this town until the gem has been cleared. Great. So, and what does the other thing do? It's a river, a welcome sight. Immediately heal all fatigue for free. Well, we didn't have any, so that was that. End of turn. 17. Which means the threat track does advance. So now we have to check for everything that's 4 or higher, if it will stay or if it will be removed. Stays, too expensive, stays, too expensive, it's too expensive, too expensive, and this one goes away. But we also put out another card on each of the markets. Okay, now this is really bad because we can't heal. And we can only roll 4 movement dice. We have 1 water for this. One, 2, 3. Okay. So we're going to go here and we're going to get 1 frostbite. And we're going to encounter this challenge, and hopefully it will be something we can deal with. Oh, it's merciful warmth. Soothing winds from the south lift the people's spirits in Isheim. Healing in the Onoic villages of Rayaka, oh, so this is a misspell. It's Rayaka, Ukrilu, and Vayak is free of charge. The printed cost for hiring allies in the wake cities of Iagard, Whitegard, Seragard is reduced by 2 to a minimum of 1. Super. But it also means we have to change, so the princess goes over here, we have to change the weather track. And this is something that's never happened to me before because I've never drawn an event card before. So, how do you change the weather? You change the weather by looking at this symbol down here, and it's a green gem, and then finding the relevant. Don't have a green gem, we have a yellow gem. That doesn't make it any milder. Is there another one that I'm not seeing? They're double-sided, that's why. Here we are, so we turn this over and is it better? Yes, it is a lot better. Okay. Yeah. So the weather has now improved, but we still need to draw another challenge card because of course that wasn't a challenge, and we get a lone direwolf. It's rare to find a direwolf separated from the pack. What it lacks in cunning, it makes up for in savagery. We roll to defeat it in the 10, 14. That's enough. We kill it, and we receive this, and we receive 2 gold. And we receive the gem. And we really need to heal. And the only way we can heal is get to this village and hope for the best. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could make it. Well, not like this anyway. So we could go this way, this way. This would be a wild die. And then we're going to use one of our snowshoes and discard it to get into the city, where we're going to roll a movement die and hope for the best. Mountains. Okay, so first of all, mountains. The White Wizard. You meet a fellow traveller who knows much of the land and its people. He's also skilled at reading maps and deciphering forgotten languages, which helps immensely as you pore over your gathered clues. Gain 1 princess rumour token or 2 rumour tokens. Okay, we're not gonna take the princess token, we're gonna take 2 of the other tokens. Okay. So that's number 1. Then we have road, path of destiny. You may move 6 spaces, very good, without rolling. And lastly, plains, armed for battle, take 1 luck stone, 1 flare crystal, and 1 snowshoe for free. We like that. 1. 1. Now, luck stones don't work when you're trying to improve. When you're rolling for battle, they only work on skill tests. Okay, so that's done. Now we draw for the market step. We also get to heal for free. So we're going to get all of our wounds removed, which is really good. At the moment we have 5. We could try and get an ally here if there is one. Is there an ally? Not really one we would like. Borka the Vicious. These are all very expensive and we don't have enough money. Runesmith Shan is really good. So let's see. We have the following tokens. Now remember how this works. We need to stand on a gem space of the color of the item that we would like to find. So in this case it would be a green one. And then we need for example, for the Spirit Spear, which we don't want, but it only has one, or we could, or the Bear Trap. We just need one token really, because we just need to stand in the space and then have a corresponding token. So we could, for example, go here and then try and find it. But I would prefer to find her, and we would be able to do this. This one was here. I think what we need to do is we need to go over here to Eargard, because we don't have enough money for this. This guy is someone I would really like to hire, but we're too broke to do it. Okay, and 15, nothing happens. Threat track remains. And there's nobody in White Guard we really want to get. So in order to get across here, we get to move 6 without having to roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go here. So now we're going to end our turn, and now we need to see if we find if somebody meets us, and they don't. We don't run into anyone. So now we get to roll 5 movement dice, and we want to go using Eargard anyway. At the moment, the Belt of Strength, which we can't afford, and the Ring of the Arcane. But we could go there anyway to see what happens. So we're going to roll these movement dice. And we make it easily. So let's roll 1 more movement die to see what happens to us in Eargard. And the following happens to us. Road. Ready to leave. All allies cost 1 less gold this turn. And we've already got a reduction. Plains. Tribute. The Stormlord demands that all travelers pay 1 gold to enter his city and gain the shelter of the walls. Yeah, so this is not even something we can influence, we just have to pay. Hills. Bounty. The Stormlord has placed a rich bounty on the wolves and monsters that prowl outside. Gain 1 gold for each forage card you have. We have 1. So we get 1 of our gold back. So it's like we paid nothing. And now we get to draw 3 cards, because this is 2 market cards instead of 1, because this is a Viking settlement. And we get a Quicksilver blade. And a Ring of Protection. Do we have any allies in this place? We don't. So we're going to actually, we're not going to do anything. We're going to roll for end of turn. Now we're going to move here without rolling. We're going to face this challenge. And it is an Ancient Scout. Okay. It's one of those Dwemer-like thingies. We're going to attack it in the ranged phase. And on a 4, we don't make it, so we take 2 points of damage. And it doesn't do any harm in the other one, so we don't need to do anything. So we roll next round. 7, 11, that's not good enough. We're dead. So, what does this mean? We lose all our money. And that's all this really means. We get transported to the nearest town. This one stays undefeated, so we're just going to put this here. This one shouldn't have killed us. But in the nearest town, we get all of our healing back, but we lose 2 turns. 1 and 2. Okay. We'll try this again. And that's what I'm talking about. 16, it's dead. So we get 2 gold. We get a rumor token, another mountain, and we get this gem. So now it's the end of the turn and everything resets. So everything that costs 4 or less stays, goes away, stays, too expensive, stays, stays, too expensive, too expensive, too expensive. The ring of protection is gone, that's too bad, too expensive, too expensive. These all stay. Yeah, the ring of protection, I should have bought it when I had the money, because now I have no money. And this one goes away. So we replace all of this. 1, whoops. That's what happens when you sleeve your cards. They do become a little bit slippery, but that's fine. Okay, so now we're here in this, on this green gem, and we're going to try and find Miss Brani. And in order to do this, we need 2 of these. And we actually have 2 of these. We have this one, which is exactly the same as she is, as this area is, so we can put it here. And we have a mountain. And that's it, because we only need 2. So we find her, she joins us. And that's the end of our turn. And now we're going to go back into the city. And we roll a road. All allies cost -1. And we also have water. On your river, on your next turn, you may sacrifice your normal movement to move to the city of Saragard, which is down here, which is actually what we're going to do. But first we're going to do a market step. We're going to draw 2 cards, because this is a Viking settlement, so we get 2. And we get Nortric, Law Feeder, and Ram's Head Warpig. And at the moment, what we've got there already is a Wolf Pelt, Ring of the Arcane, Quicksilver, and we only have 2 gold. What does this do? A guy actually do? He's useless. We're not going to spend any money on him. Okay, so end of turn. We're going to go by boat to Saragard. We're going to roll a die. I really don't know why they didn't put this in alphabetical order. So it's a river. No, it's a road. Old friend, upon entering the bar, you recognize one of your old adventuring companions from days gone by. Hopefully he doesn't remember that you owe him money. If your hero currently has no allies, he may randomly choose one ally from the city stack and take it for free. If your hero has only one ally, he may randomly choose one ally from the city stack and take it for half price. Well, for this we first have to do the market step. So, yeah, even that is too expensive for us because we simply don't have enough money. And lastly we did road, we did planes, plunder. A longship has just returned to port loaded with stolen plunder. All items not allies are half price this turn. Yeah, still too expensive. And mountain, blood money. As you enter town, you are warned that an old enemy has just come to port and is looking for trouble. Draw and resolve a yellow adventure card, or you may not heal or shop at the market this turn. Gain experience and treasure as normal. Okay. Let's try this. This one isn't valid, so we're gonna discard this and shuffle. Ancient Explorer. It is said some metal ancients have the shape of shambling, hunched old men. However, if provoked, they reveal their true nature and will strike with an almost impossible speed. Okay. What is Frida good at again? Hand to hand. Okay. Good. So let's first of all try and attack it in ranged. And on a 15 we strike and we do 2 damage. Now it's Frida. And we roll a 18. Oh, that's well done. So he's dead. So this goes away. We get one of these. We gain experience. That's a yellow one. So we will just, I'll resolve that later. And we get 4 euros, 4 coins. That's cool. Okay, so what's going to happen now is I'm first of all going to trade in these tokens to gain an increase on my ranged combat. I'm also going to keep 2 back because that's the yellow token because I don't have any left that I could use. And now we're going to do the market step. And we have 6. And there is actually nothing we want. So it's the end of the turn. Nothing happens and we're going to just move in here, which means we will take 1 frostbite for Frida and myself. And we will face this green challenge. And it's an ice spiker. If your hero or ally successfully attack in melee, he takes 1 wound. So first we're going to attack it in the ranged phase. And on a 13 we easily do, so it takes 2 wounds. Frida is going to attack because we want to get rid of it. Whoopsie. And that didn't work, so she takes 1 wound regardless. And then I'm going to nothing happens in the psychic phase. 7, 11, 13. That's just enough. It's dead. We gain 1 of these. Oh, sorry, we should have replaced 1 card from the offering, and it's red plate. Okay, yeah. We gain this gem and we gain 3 coins. Okay. We're going to re-enter Saragard, but first, also we get one of these. Oh yeah, I drew that one just now. Okay. We're going to check for end of turn. 11, nothing happens. We enter Saragard, and we roll a river and a swamp. Blizzard. Travel by land next turn is not advised. If your hero leaves town next turn, your hero and his allies take 1 frost counter for each movement dice. Whoopsie. River. On your next turn, you may sacrifice your normal movement to move to the city of Eargard. Okay, it's fine. Going to draw 2 cards in the market step. And we get an ally, and 2 allies actually. Dragon Knight. And Honor Sword. I'm going to have to turn on the lights because it's getting dark. And I think I am going to, first of all allies are -2. And I have 9 gold, so I'm going to hire the Dragon Knight, because he is awesome when it comes to magic combat. And that's the end of our turn. And on a 16, it resets. We've leveled up once, so now everything that's 8 or less goes under the hammer. So this one goes away. Stays. Stays. This one, this one, this one, and these 2. So let's see. Goes away. Stays. Goes away. Goes away. Stays. Goes away. Stays. That's a very good weapon. I want that weapon. And what about this guy? He leaves as well. Over here we have goes away, goes away, goes away. Stays, goes away, goes away. It is too expensive, this one goes away, so these 2 stay. And then we refill the market, each of them with 1. Good. Now where was that weapon that I really, really wanted? Yeah, that was up here in Rayaka. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the boat, and then we're going to check for end of turn. 16, that was close. Nou, Mäusekind. Oh. So we're now here. Let's see what happens in the market. Earguard. First of all, we have to draw 2 cards. And that's this market over here. We draw a Staff of Sparks. Anytime wounds are inflicted on your hero, roll 1d10. On an 8 or higher, you inflict 1 heart on your enemy. And Eagle's Cry. Take 4 exhaustion and 2 wounds before making a magic roll combat. If you succeed, you inflict double the normal. Okay, yeah, well, yeah. Maybe not. Okay, so let's see what happens. We rolled a river. And on a river, we may just sail back to Seragard for free. And on a road, we can hire an ally for 1 less, but we don't have any money really. So what we're going to do is we're going to end our turn. 15. And we're going to move to Riaka, because what we need to do is we need to heal. We can only roll 4. We have no money, so we would have to get a heal for free. And let's see if we can make this happen. Doesn't look like it. This one will take us here, and this one will take us here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 1 snowshoe to make it in here. And now we're in Riaka. And in Riaka, the following thing happens. We have a swamp. Captured. As you get closer to the city, you realize it has been captured by minions. Place a red adventure gem on this card. Oh joy! We're just going to put our heart here. So there's nothing we can do. And river, a welcome sight, heal all fatigue for free. Well, yeah, that didn't work. So we're basically, we have an issue because we can't heal. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get to this yellow gem. And just hope for the best. We're going to roll 4 dice. And we have the water to cross here. And we have no... or could we actually... Well, we're going to go to this yellow gem. It doesn't really make any difference. Yellow is yellow. So we're going to try and get this one. And it's a Wendigo Stalker. The Stalker is the ultimate carnivore and extremely stealthy. Usually you never see them before it's too late. Combat. Test. Before combat, test mind. 14. And we rolled an 8, 10, 14, that's enough, so nothing happens. It's also a forage item. So now we're going to attack in the ranged phase, and on a 15, 19, 21 we hit, and we do 2 points of damage. In the melee phase, the Dragon Knight is going to try and attack. And he rolls an 18, which is enough, so he kills it. And we get the yellow gem, which is cool. We also get 3 coins, which is even better. And we get this card. It's a Wendigo Pelt, which, when we activate it, allows us to cancel 1 Frostbite. And we also gain a Princess card. Okay, let's roll for end of turn. And on a 19, everything resets, so we're now on track 4. Okay, so I'm going to do this off camera. Okay, we're done. We're now going to move, first of all we're going to upgrade our character to +4 in ranged. But that also means that we cannot face any more green challenges because we've upgraded twice. Then we're going to move into Iagard. We're going to roll a movement die. And we roll a river and a forest. River means we can probably, yeah, we can go to Sagard for free. And a forest is meet the Stormlord. Stories of your heroics have reached the court of the great ogre, who wishes to meet you in person. Roll a 1d10. If you have experience tokens equal to or exceeding the number rolled, the Stormlord is impressed by your look and names you his champion. Okay. We have 4. We roll a 4. And we actually have 8, 9. So, okay. You may treat the city as an adventure gem of any color for finding legendary items at the start of your next turn. If you have less experience tokens, okay, than the number rolled, the Stormlord is unimpressed, muttering only, thought you'd be taller. Okay, so first we're going to draw 2 cards, because this is a market step. And we draw a bow of bone. That would be so cool, but we don't have any money. So, okay. Da-da. That's fine. We're going to put this here. We're going to spend 1 coin to heal Frida Brani, and we're also going to heal our frostbite. So okay, that's that. We could now try and find something of any. Huh. Okay. We would need 5. Unfortunately, that can only be used for 1, 2, 3, 4 max. That's too bad. We are going to try and get the Gauntlet of Fortitude. So let's see. For this we need a mountain, which we have, and a wild card. And for this we're actually going to take another mountain because anything can represent a city. So we're going to draw this and we're going to take it, which is seriously cool. And then we're going to roll for end of turn, and that's fine. And then we're going to move to fight this yellow challenge. We're going to replace this with a Wand of Lightning. Okay. So in order to get here, we need a forest and 2 roads, which we've got. Okay, so here we are. Let's see what this challenge is. And it is a direwolf pack. A pack this small has a hard time claiming much territory. It may have been a while since they've eaten. Oh, great. They're hungry. Okay. So first we're going to attack from a ranged combat, and we roll a 12. That makes 20, so we inflict 2 damage up front. And then the Dragon Knight is going to attack. Or we could also... yeah. And he rolls an 8. That's not enough, so he takes 3 wounds. That hurt. Nothing happens in the magic phase, so we're going to attack again with a ranged combat attack, and that's enough to kill it. So we get the gem and we get 4 coins. Okay. That bow would be so cool. Or the twisted symbol.
Yeah. So we are going to we're going to chance it. Going to roll 4 dice. So first we're going to check the end of round, and it's okay. We're going to roll 4 dice. We're going to try and get there. So this one. So we have a swamp. Where water actually could go this way. This is a road. This is this. And we're going to remove 1 snowshoe to go here. And let's see what this yellow challenge is. And it's a snow viper. We haven't seen this one. A snow viper's furry covering makes them look like rolled up blankets. Their venom works quickly, freezing the victims in place. For each wound the snow viper inflicts, it also inflicts 1 frostbite. Okay. So first we're going to... Is this even a... Oh, okay, that isn't even a... No, it doesn't matter, really. 19. That was definitely a hit. 2 wounds. Now our knight is going to try his best. And on a 14-20, he kills it outright. That's good. So first of all, we're going to get one of these. Secondly, we're going to get 2 coins. Thirdly, we're going to get this. And fourthly, we can take this to activate, to remove 1 frostbite. Activate, not discard, which is really different. Excellent. So end of turn. 5. Now let's see. We would like to get the twisted symbol. So what have we got? Oh, we've got plenty. Okay, so we're going to go here on our turn. Stand here. We're going to use this. And we're going to use this. Because we only need 2. And we find the twisted symbol. Which allows us to test endurance. Before we take 2... what you call it? We take 2 exhaustion before combat to test endure, and if we succeed, we inflict 2 wounds. Now, endurance is tested against strength. We have a base value of 2 for this one. We have +2 to endure tests, and we have the gauntlets of fortitude, which give us a +4 bonus to all resist or endure tests. So we start out, even without increasing our strength, with a +8 to all of these. So that makes it very likely that we will succeed. But we're also going to use these 2, and we're going to improve our strength by 2. So we've leveled up. These go back in the bag. End of turn. And it is a new turn. And we do need to make a start on the princess, but we are still wounded. So we're going to roll 4 dice. And let's see what we've got. We've got a mountain and a wild card, so we can go into Laggard. Draw 2 cards. We're going to roll a movement die. And we roll this. So let's see. Road. Ready to leave. All allies cost 1 less. Plains. Tribute. The Stormlord demands that all travelers pay 1. We do that. And bounty. The Stormlord has placed a rich bounty on the wolves. So for each foraging card that we have, and we have 3 of those, we get 1 gold. So we get 3 gold in total. So we're going to heal for 3 gold. So we have 7 gold left, and let's see if we can get something. I mean, we don't want any allies because we've got them, but let's see what else we've got, if that's in any way conducive to what we have. 6, 7, darn it. You know what? We're going to release Frida Brani from our service. see that actually goes back in the deck. Which means we gain 1 gold, so we have enough to get the bow of bone. Or do we? What is this? 50 here makes a yeah. And that's enough, so we're going to pay those 8, and this goes away, and then we're going to roll for end of turn, and we don't advance the threat track. But now we've leveled up. No, we only leveled up 3 times, so the yellow ones still stay on board. However, we need to make a move to find the princess. I think we should try this blue challenge, just for kicks. Road, road, hills, don't have a forest. We're just going to use a snowshoe for this. We might as well. Let's see what happens. Blue challenge. Woohoo! It's a giant frost bear. Sorry, we needed to replace this. And we're getting an ancient servant. And giant frost bear. Few weapons can pierce the hide of a frost bear. Even fewer hunters have felt the claws of a frost bear and lived to tell the tale. Okay. Let's get started. First, we're going to test Endure. We're going to take 2 exhaustion for this. And that's 12, 14, 16, 18. That's enough. Yeah, so we inflict 2 wounds up front. Then we're going to attack in the ranged phase. And we roll an 11, that's enough, so we do 2 more wounds. And next up it's the Dragon Knight, who's going to try and attack in the melee phase. And he rolls a 14, plus 6 is a 20, so he kills it. So we first we'll get 5 coins. We get the gem. We get this card because it's a foraging card as well. Oh, we actually took, each of us took 1 frostbite. I forgot that. And we also get 1 of these. And we could get this guy. We need 4. And we need a blue gem, and we have what we need. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll for end of round. And nothing happens, but we would have to take frostbite. But we're going to activate the snow viper and the giant frost bear. And then we're going to spend these. 1. So I'm just going to lay it out that everybody sees I'm not cheating. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to take this. And we're going to get him. So all... Okay. Very nice. End of turn. And we have to reset everything. And we still only have leveled up 3 times, so it's still only 12 or less. So essentially all of these stays, leaves.
gonna do this off camera. Okay, so we're now going to level up one more time. We're going to level up our strength. So we can't do any yellow challenges anymore. But that's fine because we need to make a move on the princess. I guess we could try and go to Rayaka and face a red challenge, and I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to face a red challenge, and it's an ancient behemoth. Some whisper of an ancient as big as a siege tower. The Leviathan is mobile and armed with powerful weapons on all sides. Brute force alone will not destroy it. A sound strategy is needed for success. Test Tinker before combat. And with 23 we succeed. If your hero succeeds, inflict 3 wounds. That's that. Then we're going to take 2 exhaustion. And we're going to test our endurance. And that's enough. So we do 2 more. And then we're going to attack in the ranged phase. And that's 5, 9, 13. Plus our bow is 16. That's just enough to kill it because we do 2 more. That was really lucky. So we get 7 gold. 7 gold. We get 1 red gem. So we're going to take this heart for the moment. And we are going to get a princess information. And we're token, and we're going to get one of these tokens. We're just going to shuffle these really well, and it's a wild card. Okay, that's super cool. This goes away. That's really good. I'm proud. Okay, so we have done this. We're now not going to roll for Cities of Adventures because that was essentially the adventure of the city. We defeated this thing. So now we're going to have a market step. We're also going to heal for free. And nobody needs healing. Except my... yeah, so this goes away and this goes away. So let's see. Market step. What I'm definitely going to buy is I'm definitely going to buy this. We just receive a +1 to all our combat rolls. We have 2 weapons now, and this is 3. And that's a really, really good one. Let's see what you are. You are a relic. Sphere of protection. Oh, we're going to buy that too. And we can test lore. We're not too bad. We have a base of 3. If we activate this and we test lore, and if we fail, we can actually cancel wounds. And if we fail, then we take the wound as normal, but we take 1 exhaustion, which isn't too bad because on every refresh step, she removes 1 exhaustion anyway. So now let's check end of turn. 12. And now let's take a look at our cards for the princess. We have 4 symbols, one of which is a wild card, which is good. So we're looking for a place where we've got 2 frozen wastes and 1 forest and 1 wild card. So this one would, for example, be a place where we could find her.
So yeah, let's move. Let's try this blue one up there. And let's see what we've got. We've got one forest, we've got one plain, and we have no mountains and no forests. So we need to, we don't have any snowshoes. That was stupid. So we're not going to do that. But we did roll. We made a commitment to move. So we're going to go 1, 2, wild card, white guard. And in white guard, what's going to happen to us is mountains, local hero. One of the surviving townspeople has actively resisted the invasion and made a name for himself as a hero of the people. Draw cards from the market stack until you draw an ally. Take this ally for free. Okay, so that's not it. Not an ally either. An ally, we don't want this one, but we'll just add it to the market stack. So then road. Hard road ahead. Your allies are despaired and seek the solace of drink. Pay each ally and you have an extra 2 gold. Or discard them into the city's market stack. Great, so I lose both allies. Is that it? Okay, and plains. Okay, super. I've just lost both allies. That's ridiculous. Okay, yeah, I don't have any money. End of turn. Nothing happens. So, yeah. Yeah. Well. Super, I guess. Let's move then. Swamp. Plain hill. Let's see if we can do this on our own. I doubt it. It's a frost giant. Okay. Even if we make it, we will not have enough money to hire back our allies, and that only, even if they don't go away. So let's take to exhaustion. And we make it so we do 2 wounds up front. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to attack in the ranged phase. And for a 16, that's easy. We do 2 more. Next up is the melee phase. We have a base of 7, so that's easily done. Nothing happens, and nothing happens in that phase either. So another up front. So we get 1 princess. We get a blue gem. Oh yeah, and we take 1 frostbite, but we're cancelling that one. And we get 6. And then we're going to check for end of turn, and nothing happens. But we don't have enough to actually go back and hire them back. Because, we could hire 1 of them back. So let's hope that nothing terrible happens and they just go away. So we're going to roll 4 dice, because now we have 1 exhaustion on us. And let's see if we can make it. 1. And we can't. because we only have this, and we don't have any hills, and we don't have any snowshoes. So we're stuck. Take one, but we okay, so let's hope that nothing happens, and nothing happens. So we're going to roll again. This time we get to roll 5 because we have recovered, and we can make it this time. Let's see what happens. Road. We don't have any, so that's fine. Plains, black omens, randomly discard 1 rumor token. We don't have any. And mountains, local hero, blah. Yeah, well, we can add him. Let's see. That's not one. Did we actually add 2 the last time? We didn't. So this one would have gone here and this one would have gone here. Now we're going to look for an ally. Kyrian Drakeblood. If you defeat the challenge with the word dragon in the title, discard Kyrian. Super. That's the best ally ever. Take this ally for free. So we're going to take this ally and we're going to hire this one back for 5. That was a hoot and a half. End of turn. 9. Okay. And I've almost run out of battery. So I'm going to stop here. Still not enough princess tokens, only 5. We need 7.